My country people, it don't dey happen again. This one e hot for ground. Who think say he wan joke with Peter Obi? The person just dey joke with himself. Una know say Peter Obi don fire petition against the victory of Mr. Tinubu. Since when e be say e take fire the petition, everywhere dey shake, everywhere dey hot. Na the talk of time na e be right now. So my people, this video wey be say I wan let una watch, make una watch to the end. Make una hear wetin dey happen. No, this matter no be small one. Like Peter Obi no be man when they give up easily for anything when we say e dey do. He don fair rule as a governor. When he be say they even ring that election that year, when he be say he rule after 2-3 years, they give am that governorship back. So Peter Obi is not that type of man that easily give up. So my people, make I not waste much of una time. Make you watch this video to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this our YouTube channel for more information. Let's watch this video together.
I guess we should begin with one of our headline stories where the Labour Party and Mr. Peter Obi, some other political parties also have filed officially a petition to challenge Bola Tinubu's victory in the February 25th presidential election. Tonight, I'm being joined by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Kayode Adeluola, who joins us virtually from Lagos to give us an understanding of these suits that have been filed officially. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight, Senior Advocate. Give us a sense. Thank you so much. Give us a sense of the implication of these suits that have been officially filed. We understand that tonight is going to be the deadline under the law to file such.
Yes, the results and the return having been done on the 1st of March, and the winner having been declared on the 1st of March, gives the petitioners up to tonight, the 21st day after the declaration, before they file their petitions. Now, having filed the petition, what one should look at is what are the grounds they have premised their petitions on. The Labour Party has simply covered the field. In that sense, I'm saying that the 3 grounds that are recognized by the Electoral Act are: one, that the respondent, that is the president-elect, was not qualified to participate in the election. Second, that there were corrupt practices, and also that the requirements of the Electoral Act were not followed. And thirdly, that the required votes, being the majority and spreading around the Federation, 2/3 of the number of states of the Federal Capital Territory, were not fulfilled by the president-elect. And as well, they are also saying that as a consequence of that, first, the petitioner saying that Bola Tinubu, who is the president-elect, should have the certificate of return retrieved from him and be handed over to Mr. Peter Obi. And the premise upon which is placing this is that having not been qualified to participate in the election, all the votes cast in his favor were wasted votes. And so if those wasted votes are cancelled, then he emerges as the winner of the election. He has also said in alternative to that, the INEC should simply cancel the election results and another election be conducted. So these are the prayers before the tribunal in summary. But what Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party have also done, and I think quite ingenious, is that they have brought in other issues associated with the candidature of the president-elect. Saying that the president-elect had been involved in a matter in the United States of America where funds were forfeited to the state relating to some drug or narcotics transaction. That's one. And second, that the president-elect also had allowed his vice president to maintain 2 nominations at the time he was going to be contesting for the post of vice president. First, that he had a nomination pending as a senatorial candidate, and then he also had it. So these are a whole lot of things have been thrown into the basket, and I think is a situation in whichever way APC goes or turns, whichever way Ashwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu turns, the Labour Party believes is going to be caught by one or the other.
I know that, being a lawyer, I will not want to drag you into the meat of the matter, but we just wanted our viewers to get a sense of the implication of what Peter Obi and the other political parties have filed before the court, the tribunal. But give us a sense of the implications in the sense of the proceedings and how it will, what does the law say about after filing the petition, what is next, is it a trial, what exactly are we to expect in the coming days?
Now, what we expect in the coming days, of course, if there are no preliminary applications or the pre-election applications, the tribunal will expect that if all papers are in, of course, we expect that the APC and Bola Ahmed Tinubu will file their own response to this petition. And once that has been done, the pre-election applications will take place, if any, and the trial will take place from day to day. But, of course, it's going to take place at the Court of Appeal because that is what is provided in the Constitution, the constitutional provision. The Court of Appeal has the prerogative of taking the petition, and it's only where that is completed and the party is not satisfied, and then goes on to the Supreme Court. So what I expect is, and what I would urge Nigerians to do, is to follow these proceedings, because I must mention here that as much as possible, a lot of Nigerians are expecting that, well, the judgment will be given in a short while, and then we know who really our president is going to be. But the truth is they have up to 180 days within which this whole process will take. And once that has been done, a judgment will be given. If parties are satisfied, that's it. If they are not, then they go to the Supreme Court. But in the meantime, I see the council representing the president-elect and his party, APC, and the vice president, looking at the petition holistically and also drafting their own response to each and every paragraph and ensuring that they cover the ground as well.
Let us say quickly, I have just about 2 questions for you, sir. One is because the party of the APC on their own side, they're also saying they might also challenge some of the results that Peter Obi and the other opponents got in this election. And one might want to assume that they also might want to sue or go to court in that sense. And we're also hoping that the PDP and Atiku Abubakar will also go. Should APC go to court, what is it called? Is it counter-suing, or what exactly could that scenario be?
Well, you see, if the APC also has reasons to believe that, in fact, Mr. Peter Obi didn't even score the number of votes accredited to him, about 6 million votes, they would be entitled also to file their own petition. Well, a form of counter petition it would be, but the truth is, the petitions will be heard by the tribunal simultaneously. So I believe one judgment will be delivered to cover the grounds, and then again, whoever is not satisfied will then go to the Supreme Court. But again, let's mention this. If APC and the president-elect also feel that there are areas that Mr. B also hasn't done very well, it's a way of ensuring that even if some of their own votes are discountenanced, they're not shortchanged. Everybody has to ensure that they put everything they have in accordance with the law.
All right, but on a final note, I know the connection didn't allow you to land on that thought, but quickly, sir, if you can give us an understanding of what to expect, for example, in the manner in which INEC has handled the governorship election result. We saw what happened in what the PDP candidate in Ogun State said in relation to what happened in Adamawa, in Kaduna State, in Enugu and Abia State. There are similar tendency but different treatment that has been given. A case where a result has been announced and INEC has declared the result. But on that premise, in the Adamawa case, it says the margin of victory is different from the PVC that is allowable to be collected in that area. And there are those who believe that shouldn't the same treatment be given across board? What are your views about this scenario, which is playing out evidently in Adamawa State, for example?
For Ogun State, I'll say this. Once a winner has been declared, the matter ceases to be within the remit of INEC. You can only go to the election tribunal. With Adamawa, if the election is inconclusive, then there will be a runoff. And that's in line with the law. So I do not think it's a question of treating one party differently and another differently. Now, when the results, the difference between the first candidate and the second candidate, such that the score is less than what is outstanding, either by way of cancellation in some polling units or the other, then it's regarded as inconclusive. And in such an inconclusive situation, the only thing to do is to have a runoff. But people are very anxious in a place like Abia, for example. They want to know in what way or the other the results will be going. Should the candidate be who has won the election be declared, or should a runoff be announced? People are very apprehensive, and I do not think INEC should delay any further. Whatever decision they want to make should be made as quick as possible, so that voters do not become very restive.
Mr. Kayode Adeluola, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you so much indeed for your time and the perspectives in which you have given to us tonight on these issues.
Yes, can I just say one more thing? I'm of the view that INEC should also ensure that members of tribunals are given the necessary facilities they require and that they also are made comfortable. I've heard of a place where members of the tribunal are lodged in hotels. I don't think that's very good. Members of tribunal should not be walking along the same corridors as patrons of hotels. I think this is something I'm going to also be able to discuss with my NBA presidents, and we need to look at this very carefully. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Adelu.